Hey everyone, today we'll see how to deploy a website to the internet and how it is using different tools like Now, which is a CLI tool, and nextjs to build the actual website paired with React. Okay, so I'm going to use this dummy suggestion. Basically, it's just to replicate this front end, and we'll see how we can do it in a matter of minutes. So first of all, we're gonna so I've now installed. I'm gonna initialize my project. So I'm gonna use nextjs and put it in the folder calendar. So I'm going to calendar. I need to on the Windows machine, so install is gonna take a while. I'm going to open folder here, calendar. All right, so as you can see here, I got my default template that Now provides. So it's like a boilerplate, got different files, and we'll see what we get in a minute when the installation is done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a small calendar for raid reset for the game World of Warcraft. Very easy. We'll see how to build it from the ground up. And here we go. So it's up and running. So now I'm just gonna change the default port because it's already in use on this VM. Alright, so it's gonna be now serving. And we see the default page that we get from the boilerplate. So we don't need any of this. So we're gonna remove all of this, all of this, all of this. That we really don't need. I'm gonna remove all of this. We're gonna import calendar, and actually we're just gonna, well, let's say we keep this one. Okay, so it's not gonna be happy because this doesn't exist. Just React default. Okay, so we'll get the base for our page. Okay, so we have calendar, we're happy. Now we need a few different things. So extend date. Okay, so now the first thing we need is we're going to generate a calendar. So we need to extend the date object. So we're gonna move very easily between dates. So dates, prototypes, and we're gonna use something called add days, for instance, which is a function days. We're gonna get the date of that object. So this value of, we're gonna date, set date, get date, and we're gonna add days. Okay, so now if I do any date, add days 5, we'll just add five days to this specific dates. That's pretty much all we need for this. Here we will need date variables. So what we need is the first molten core, which is one of the RAID that we want to get. So it's going to be a new date, and this is going to be date.utc. So it was 2019 August, if I'm not mistaken, and should be released on 26. So the first one should be on the 27, and it was, let's say, 8 o'clock, and we don't need the rest. Then we go for first Alexia, same thing, UTC, so 2019, 7, 20, oh no, actually this one was the Wednesday, and this one was Tuesday. Let's say it was at 7 o'clock. Again, we don't need to get seconds, whatever. Okay, so we need also the last day we want to reach to. So end day, it's going to be a new date, and this is where we're going to use our add days. So it's going to be 30 days from now. We're going to need get resets, which is going to be a function that needs a name, step, first, and an end, and this is going to return nothing at the moment. This is where we're gonna get all the dates that we want. So here I need something that we call that function. So let's say molten cores is gonna be get resets using molten core. Here it resets every 7 days. The first is going to be first molten core, and day is going to be the last one that we want. We're going to get Onyxia's, basically the same, get resets. Onyxia, it resets every 5 days. First Onyxia and day, alright. And then we're gonna need const reset array is we can use the ES6 notation. Let's go for normal one. So it's going to be molten cores, concat, Onyxias, sort by date. So we're going to need a function as well here. Sort by date. D. Okay, so if a.date is bigger than b.date, turn 1, else if a.date is smaller than b.date, return -1, and then we need this, return 0. Okay. New dates, where is it? New date. All good. All right, so now we need to get all of those dates. So date array that we're gonna return. Okay. Now we're gonna say that the current date is equal to the first date that we get. So it's either the first molten core, the first NXI, it doesn't matter. And while current date is smaller than end, do something. Okay, so now we're not going to compiling because we have an infinite loop here. What we're going to say is current date equal current date add days with the step. So every 5 days from the first molten, from the first Onyxia, for instance, every 7 for the first molten cores. Okay. Here we'll say a reset is equal to name. It's also equal to the date, which is current date, and we'll also need the string, let's say, which is going to be current date dot get you to UTC string, if I'm not mistaken, and doesn't really matter, we're just gonna check it later on. So for every time we do this, we're gonna date array push reset. All right, and here we reset. No, date array. Sorry. Okay, so now we should have all of the resets here. String if5, we're gonna check real quick. Reset array. Let's see if we get everything. Okay, so we get all of the resets from when it launched to when it didn't. Let me just check. Okay, that's 30 days from now. 27, 28, 9 first. Okay, yeah. Seems about right. August seems about right. Okay. So now we'll need, we'll do everything in the same file. It just doesn't matter much now. So it's going to be a reset, and this one is going to get props. And we're going to return things. So let's say this one is an article. I'm going to prompt, let's say we're going to say paragraphs. This one is going to be props dot string, another paragraphs props dot name, and here we're gonna call for each reset array build me resets, and okay, and this one is gonna get a key as well. Name, it's not ideal, but it's not gonna change much. Let's say this is going to be okay. Alright, so if I do something like this, we get time of the reset, then the name of the reset. Okay. Don't need this anymore. All right. So we have all the resets from the first one, the last one, like 30 days from now. We're gonna improve just a little bit. We're gonna say that we want only the one that are incoming. If props date is smaller than new date, then return null. So just get the one incoming. So I'm doing this one on Friday the 11th, I think. Yes. All right. So it's all the one that coming for the next 30 days. And well, actually, no, let's just okay, let's go for something like this. Okay. So let's see that we can get all of the resets that will come and the last resets for each. We're gonna say that if props date is smaller than now add days 7, so this one will catch maybe more nextjs than it would get, so we're gonna add some props name equal molten core, this yes, so or props name it equal all nextjs and props date is less than now at days 5, so it's like -5 rather than 7, -7, so we're gonna go into the past. Then we're gonna return on those case basically the same thing. Here and here say it resetted. Okay, didn't do anything. So if the date is actually bigger, but all right, let's go for the dates. Okay, so if molten core props name equal molten core and props date is bigger than now at days minus, oh yeah, that's not, it's or. Okay, so we get the last molten core reset, we get the last nextjs reset, well, all good, I think it's nice. So we're gonna just like style a little bit. So you can do it in CSS or whatever, but we're gonna go for plain old JavaScript style. So this one's gonna be a flex. let's say it's gonna be 600 pixel, and the margin is 0 automatic. Okay. All right. And of course I need all of this here as well. Okay. I'm gonna have gray class as well. So those one are a little bit messed up. Okay, so all good. We still want to get those dots and trails. So let's go to do something like this for a new one. We'll code that design. Doesn't really matter. We don't need props. And this is going to be return. So what we need is, let's say, a nav, and we need a div. It's gonna be squared, and we're gonna need a div that's gonna be the trail. So let's do something very quickly. We don't really need to overdo it. So let's call it a circle. That's a division with the 8 one rem, a width of 1 rem, border radius of 1 rem, and border of 2 pixel black, let's say. Okay, and then we need a trailer, let's say. It's gonna be of 3 rem. Width of 4 pixel, and background color of black. Okay. So if we just add this, it's gonna be not beautiful, but should basically just works, except we will have to realign everything. Okay, didn't really work. So what do we got? We got this 8. Yes, sure. Okay, is my English broken? Okay, should reload soon. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Load. No, no, I'm not stupid. Okay, yeah, just miswrite stuff. Okay, so everything is good. It's just not really aligned. And we'll need to add design here as well. Alright. So 4 pixel, 2 pixels, so this one's gonna need a margin left of 2 pixels, if I'm not 1 rem, half a rem. Should align it pretty much here. Then here we're gonna need so we call it like an arm of my thing, so it's gonna be flex of 11200, and that's pretty much what I need. But I'll need specific thing for this one as well. Okay, so everything is now aligned, and I will need here like left text align, right. Alright, so here all is good. We just need to fix all of this and put it in the top. So let me see if we go oh no, sorry, they are just like flex, so it's going to be on the article level. Yeah, it could be also here as well, I think. No, it's going to be vertical level, yes. So this one is align content. I think it's top. No. Flex vertical. Let me. Remember what it is. So the flex shrink right direction. Oh boy, got a blank. Let's go to the flex chain. Right, let's go. Sometimes you forget. Justify content. Yeah, that's for this one. Align item. Alright, flex start. Align items. Alright. Just make sure it's oh no, okay, it worked from the beginning. Just add margins. Alright, so, and we'll just get those and say 1 rem, yes, space everything. Alright, so now that we have everything, let me just style this one real quick. Let me style this one real quick. So let's say text align center. Oh, yeah, and it needs to be here. Now we need to deploy this to the web. Okay, so it's really easy. What you need is to add node.json. You don't really need to get the now.json. What you need is just to push now prod. It will just like set up into the name of the folder, but I want to call it rate calendar, for instance. Okay, so now I go back to my bash. That's it, I'm happy with it. Oh, sorry. Actually, it's an option. And this will upload my file, send everything to be built, and we will see it very, very quickly. So if I go to this URL, I'll get the deployment that is just doing at the moment. All right, so now I'm on the internet public facing, and this is a website that I pushed. So everything is good. We're all happy, but it's also gonna be, as this is the first one that I pulled, it's also gonna be at the name I just set, dot my username now.sh, and we'll see, I think on a later, yeah, so it's right there. So every time I push production, it will replace this URL, or it will be like new ones every time I don't push for production, so I can test things out and see how it works. We'll see in another episode how to link a custom domain to it and link a database, because we want to add new rates there. All right, I think that's pretty much it, and we'll see how long it took us. All right, thank you, and see you in the next steps.